In this video we will find the expression for input resistance, output resistance, voltage gain, overall voltage gain of common source amplifier. This is the circuit diagram of common source amplifier. As we are seeing, the input signal to be amplified is applied at the gate of the MOSFET, and output is taken from the drain. Output signal is given to the load through a coupling capacitor CC2. Similarly, input signal V signal is applied at the gate using a coupling capacitor CC1. The function of coupling capacitor CC1 is to prevent the DC component, DC signal generated by the signal generator are present in the signal, because if DC component will reach at the gate of the MOSFET, then it will disturb the biasing condition of the MOSFET. It will shift the operating point. The function of coupling capacitor CC2 is to prevent the DC signal, DC voltage present at the drain to reach at the output, because sometime we cannot get sufficient gain using a single stage amplifier. For that we use more than one stage. When we use more than one stage in the amplifier, then output of first stage is used as the input to the second stage. So using a coupling capacitor CC2, DC component of the drain voltage is blocked and only AC component of the drain voltage will reach at the output. If due to any reason DC component of the drain voltage reach at the output, then it will disturb the biasing condition of the next stage. It will shift the operating point of the next stage. So by using this capacitor CC2, we block the DC component. Another capacitor CS is used at the source circuit. The purpose of using this capacitor CS is to provide a low impedance path for the AC signal current. The capacitor CS is known as bypass capacitor. It provides very less impedance for the AC signal current. Now we will draw the AC equivalent circuit of this common source amplifier. You already know AC equivalent circuit of an amplifier is drawn by replacing all the capacitor by short circuit, because for AC the capacitor offers very less impedance. So we will short all capacitors and we replace all the DC sources by zero source. We set all the DC sources equal to 0, means the voltage, DC voltage, we will set at the ground level, and current source we will open, because if we open the current source, the current will be 0. In this way, by opening the current source, we set DC current equal to 0, and by shorting the voltage source, or by setting the voltage source equal to 0 ground level, we set the DC sources equal to 0. So as you are seeing in this equivalent circuit, all the capacitors have been replaced by their short circuit, and transistor, in this case MOSFET has been replaced by its small signal hybrid pi model. At the place of MOSFET, I have used here small signal hybrid pi model of MOSFET. As shown in this equivalent circuit, input resistance is the resistance between the ground and the input terminal, means gate. When we calculate this input resistance, we will not consider the resistance of the signal generator. Input resistance is the resistance between ground and gate without considering the R signal, which is the resistance of the signal generator, resistance of the signal source. So from this figure, it is clear that Rin equals Rg. Output resistance is the resistance between ground and output terminal. Output terminal means drain. The output resistance means the resistance between ground and drain without considering the load resistance RL. As shown here, R out is this resistance. From the figure, it is clear that R out is RD parallel RO, because RO and RD both are parallel to each other. Now we will find the voltage gain. Since in MOSFET, gate is insulated with the substrate, means gate is insulated with the channel region, hence Ig, gate current, equals 0. From the figure, it is clear that input resistance Rin is equal to Rg. So we have written here Rin equals Rg. From the output circuit, see here at the drain and ground, the resistance RO, RD and RL, all the three resistances are in parallel. So to calculate the output, we have to multiply drain current by inverting this drain current and multiplying with the equivalent of these three resistance, we can get the output voltage. Means VO will be minus GM VGS into RO parallel RD parallel RL. So in this way, VO equals minus GM VGS RO parallel RD parallel RL. Since VGS and Vi both are same, input voltage means voltage between gate and source. So at the place of VGS, write Vi here. So in this way we can write voltage gain equals VO upon Vi equals minus GM into RO parallel RD parallel RL. Now we will calculate overall voltage gain. We already know overall voltage gain is equal to output voltage divided by signal voltage. Output voltage we have already calculated as VO equals minus GM Vi RO parallel RD parallel RL. Output voltage in terms of Vi we have already calculated. Similarly, we have to calculate V signal in terms of Vi, and then we will divide. See this figure here. Using voltage divider rule, we can write Vi equals V signal into Rg upon R signal plus Rg. We have to calculate voltage across Rg. So we can use either voltage divider rule, or we find the current through this resistor R signal and then multiplying this current with Rg. Across this voltage source, two resistors are there, R signal and Rg. So current delivered by this voltage source will be V signal upon R signal plus Rg, and then multiply this current with Rg. So in this way we can calculate Vi equals V signal into Rg upon Rg plus R signal. So V signal will be Vi Rg plus R signal upon Rg. Now write the values. Output voltage in terms of Vi written as minus Gm Vi Ro parallel Rd parallel RL, and V signal in terms of Vi is written as Vi Rg plus R signal upon Rg. So put the values. So the final expression of the overall voltage will be minus Rg upon Rg plus R signal into Gm into Ro parallel Rd parallel RL. This is the final expression of overall voltage gain. And input resistance and output resistance we have already calculated. Input resistance is Rg and output resistance is Ro parallel Rd.